Good morning, students. Since yesterday we have started the second poem from our new syllabus 2.2 Indian Weavers. Previous video was not visible properly, so again let's take a quick recap of it. The first activity from icebreaker is artisans are also called craftsmen. Artisan means who? A worker who makes a things by hands skillfully, means a skilled person. By using traditional techniques, he makes beautiful things. Artisans are also called craftsmen. Craftsmen means creators of good things. They are creators of diverse different goods, and use their hands to create unique, functional, and also decorative items using traditional techniques. By using traditional techniques, they make decorative, functional, and also unique, not same like others. These kinds of things they make. Now complete the web given below. Here down is the web about different types of artisans. Different types of artisans. In previous video also I told you the artisans are goldsmith, which is given already here, potter, weaver, blacksmith, sculptor, carpenter, mason. The pictures are also in that, and so many are there: shoemaker, blacksmith, coppersmith, and so on. So go through that video and check. Now the second activity here, discuss with your partner the seasons or occasions when we need. When do we need this? You have to discuss with your friends, partners. Woolen clothes. When do we need these clothes? In winter season or whenever we feel cold. Then B, that is casual clothes. Casual clothes we wear when we are at home. Then the next C is rich silk clothes. Rich silk clothes we wear at the time of wedding, festivals, or any ritual going to happen at our home. And the last is colorful, comfortable clothes we wear at the time of traveling or socializing. Means whenever we are going out to meet the people, that time we use colorful, comfortable clothes. Now turn to the next, third activity. Let's play a game. The teacher will ask the students some questions. Students will understand that there are some exceptions to the general rules. Let's start. Some exceptions are also there. Let's find it. One who weaves is a weaver. Then first one is already given there. One who sings is a singer. One who teaches absolutely is a teacher. One who plays a game is a player or sportsman. One who dances is a dancer. And the last one is exceptional case. Here given na some exceptions. Means here it's not cooker at all. One who cooks is a chef or a cook. Then the next is, we have often seen the picture of Gandhiji spinning on his charkha. Discuss the reasons behind this. One has been given for you. What is that? The first A is, to give rural people an opportunity to earn their livelihood. And remaining points I filled and I sent you a photo of it also. So refer it. Now the next is name some tools used by the weavers. Which tools the weavers use? The first is loom. Then next scissor, bobbin, yarn. Yarn means colorful threads, different threads. Yarn means dhage. Now you think over it and add your own points. Name some types of yarns used by the weavers. Now first one is linen, then cotton, then silk, jute, and so on. Many are there. In this way, yesterday's icebreakers over. Let's see the general information given here about the poetess Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu is the first English poetess. She is the first English poetess. She is the first president of Indian National Congress, and she is the first lady who get the sobriquet, means the nickname, by name. She was well known by her by name, that is Nightingale of India. Now look here, she born in 1879 and she died in 1949. She was a political activist, very active politician, feminist. Feminist means yes, Strivadi, or supported feminism, supported female, and the first Indian woman who became the president of the Indian National Congress. She was an important figure in India's struggle for independence. She participated herself for the struggle for independence. Sarojini Naidu's work as a poet earned her the sobriquet. Sobriquet, right now I told you that, and yesterday also I told you, sobriquet means by name, nickname. She got that Nightingale of India, and later she became the governor of United Provinces in 1947, becoming the first woman, again see, to hold the office of the governor in independent India. United Provinces means संयुक्त प्रांताच्या त्या गव्हर्नर राज्यपाल झाल्या. Now in the second paragraph about the poem Indian Weavers is a short poem where the poet talks about three types of garment that the weavers weave at three particular times of a day. Means early in the morning, that is dawn period, or the just break of the day, then evening and the night. These three stages. At the time of these three periods, the weavers are weaving the different clothes. Each stanza of the poem represents the three important events of life, that is birth means childhood, adulthood means young stage, and the death means old. The colors mentioned in the stanzas are very significant as they indicate the moods related to the events. Okay, now you can see this is very simple, short, lucid poem to understand. Here in this poem, only three stanzas. Three stanzas of 12 lines. 4. See here. Here is first, second, and third, means 4, 4, and 4. 12 lines are there. Each stanza consists of 4 lines, and each stanza having only 4 lines. Then each stanza of the poem begins with a question to the weavers. Here, poetess asks question, means why, what. By using WH word, she asks questions. That means this poem tells about the work of India's famous handloom craftsmen, or we can say artisan weavers. Weavers means who? Who weaves the clothes very skillfully. Weaver makes a clothes by passing crosswise threads. And when she saw them, she asked some questions to them. And then the weavers, Indian weavers especially, because our poem's heading is Indian weavers, they replied immediately why they are weaving this type of cloth of a certain color at that time of day. These three stanzas mark the three stages of life, that is birth, adulthood and death. The colors in the poem indicates the moods, the different moods. And here the tone of this poem is conversational tone, because the poet is asking questions to the weavers and those people, weavers, are answering her questions. That means the conversation tone gives a flow like life. That is one stage moving into the next, just like our life, birth, adulthood and the old age stage. Now I am going to read this poem. Listen it very carefully and try to understand the theme of it. Though it seems very easy, it reveals a great meaning. So the first stanza I am going to read is Indian Weavers by Sarojini Naidu. Weavers weaving at break of day. Why do you weave a garment so gay, blue as the wing of a halcyon wild? We weave the robes of a newborn child. Second stanza. Weavers weaving at fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright, like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green? We weave the marriage bells of a queen. Weavers weaving solemn and still. What do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. When we read this poem, we find that the sound of the letter W means W. Look here, W occurs 20 times, and we know that when the repetition of sound of a letter is known as alliteration figure of speech, means each stanza here at least once in all lines W letter is repeated except one line, means in this line only we are not getting any W sound, but almost all lines having W letter, and this is the example of alliteration figure of speech. Now let's see the poem in detail. See, when the poetess Sarojini Naidu sees the weaver weaving the garment at break of the day, that is in the morning, in a very happy mood. Weavers are weaving robes for newborn child. What she says, the weavers are weaving robes. Here we can see when weavers weaving at break of day. Break of day means early in the morning, period of dawn, that means the time of sunrise. and those weavers were looking so happy. Their mood was happy. They were weaving. What they were weaving? The robes for newborn child. When she asked a question, why do you weave a garment so gay? Gay means here a garment, happiness or bright colored. Why do you weave a garment so gay means why you are weaving this colorful garment, that means cloth. That time weavers replied, we weave the robes of newborn child. The color of that robe was blue, and we know that blue is a color of happiness. Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild. Now here halcyon is a new word for us. What does it mean? Halcyon means here kingfisher, a bird which has bright colorful plums. Now what does plums means? What? Plums means soft feathers. Here downside the second word's meaning is also given. Plums means soft feathers. When she sees that, she was very curious to know why do the weavers weaving this cloth of blue color. As the wing of halcyon wild, as the feathers of kingfisher, because we have seen this bird in our surrounding, in our environment. We can see this bird which is very bright blue colored bird which looks very pretty, and because of that she asked the question. That time she got the answer that blue color indicates happy mood. So what they said, we weave the robes of newborn child. Robes means dress. We are weaving blue colored dress or blue dresses for a newborn child. Now this newborn means what? Newborn means just born, infant. Now this newborn term, newborn child, is significant to our life, that birth is the beginning of life. Just like morning, it is the beginning of a day. Here the color of the robes, that is of dress, is directly compared. Color here is blue color, is directly compared to the kingfisher's blue wings, that is soft feathers. Here halcyon means kingfisher's soft feathers. So the poetess implied here the figure of speech simile. When she used different figure of speech, then rhyming words, then imagery to decorate her poem. So here is simile. Understood this stanza? In this stanza, the poetess asked a question, weavers replied the answer, and this is the symbol or relevant to our life. Childhood is the beginning of life and it is full of happiness. There is no any sign of sorrow. So blue color is also a symbol of happiness and loyalty. Let's see the next stanza, that is weavers weaving at fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright, like the plumes of a peacock, purple and green? We weave the morning marriage veils of a queen. So in this stanza, the poet again meets the weavers and asks to the weavers a question. Here, why do you weave a garment so bright? But when she asked this question, at fall of night. Means when she sees them, she asks a question at the fall of night, means we can see at the time of sunset, evening time. That time also people were looking happy, means those viewers were happy. In the first stanza they were happy. In the second stanza also they were happy. At the time of fall of night means the evening time. The poet sees the weavers and they are weaving a garment using a purple and green color like a plums of peacock. Now like a plums of peacock. Plums means here soft feathers of peacock. In this line also the poet is directly compared plums of peacock, that means soft feathers of peacock, with the colors like purple and green. Means again the simile figure of speech she used here. Now again the poet curiously asked to the weavers, why are you weaving a garment so bright? Why you are weaving? They answered that we weave the marriage veils of a queen. What they are doing? They answered that they are weaving marriage veils. Marriage veils. Veils means what here? It is word veils means a face covering very thin and transparent material cloth a bride uses during wedding ceremony. At the time of wedding ceremony, the bride uses to cover her face. That fabric is very transparent, chunari. We know the word chunari is there. Now, the poet refers here the adult stage of life because at the time of maturity, people get married, means when they get mature, they get married, and here the colors like purple and green are bright and they symbolize sorrows and happiness. So both the colors are there, they are used here. They symbolizes happiness, sorrows, ups and downs. In adulthood, the people face great ups and downs. Means this poem is moving towards the next stage. Then after that, the third stage, that is the last stage. So in the middle stage, at the time of adulthood, people face ups and downs. These bright colors symbolize energy. Now purple and green colors are there. These bright colors symbolize energy. At this stage of life, the people, the adults, are very much energetic and they have great stamina of doing everything in adulthood. Understood? In the second stanza, the poetess asks a question to the weavers, why do they weave this garment so bright? That time they answered that they are weaving the marriage veils of a queen, means transparent cloth to cover her face. That means this stanza is related to or symbolizes the adulthood. Now in the last stanza, what happens? See, this is quite different from another two stanzas. When the poetess sees the weavers again weaving in moonlight night. See, weavers weaving solemn and still. What do you weave in the moonlight chill? White as a feather and white as a cloud, we weave a dead man's funeral shroud. Here, when she sees the weavers are weaving, but they are not looking happy. They are very serious and quiet. Solemn means serious, and still means calm, quiet. Quietly they were just weaving. So she asked them what, means in this stanza she used WH word what to ask a question. What do you view in moonlight night? Moonlight night means moonlight is a very dim and very faint. Moonlight. Chill. Chill means here cold. What they are doing here in this moonlight, faint, dim light, in this cold? White as a feather and white as a cloud. Here white as. This term is used again and again, means twice in the same line. So the figure of speech is repetition. Why repetition? Because the same words are used again and again in the same line is known as repetition figure of speech. By using repetition, she used again in this poem color, white. White as feathers and white as a cloud. White as a feathers and white as a cloud means they are weaving something, the cloth which is colorless. White is very plain. When she asked this question, weavers replied that we are weaving shroud. Here shroud means what? Shroud, here on the same page, given meaning, a cloth in which a dead person is wrapped. For wrapping a dead body, shroud is used at the time of funeral of that person. And they replied that we are weaving the shroud for a dead, that means the last stage of our life. In the first stage, first stanza tells us about childhood, the second stanza tells us about adulthood, and the last stanza is the end of our life, end of human life. Replied that we are weaving shroud for a dead person's funeral. Shroud means we have seen a piece of a cloth of white color. We were weaving a white cloth for a dead person. It is an imagery. White color cloth is indicator of end of life cycle. This color stands for purity, innocence and safety. It's very pure, clean, because it is the end of life. Here, in this way, the three stanzas over, we have seen each time indicate the three particular stages of life. Which are the three particular stages? First is childhood. In the first stanza, childhood represented here. Childhood stands for happiness because there is no sorrow. Then in the second, marriage means marriage. When people get adult, that time they get married. So adulthood stands for the period of struggle and settlement in life. And the last is here, death means stillness in life. That is, it is the eternal ultimate truth of life. That is, our life begin with happiness. When we born, that time our life begins with happiness, joy, hope, aspiration, and it runs with motions. This stage changes into adulthood. It runs with motions, actions, progress, struggle, achievements, and the last ends with sorrows and sadness. This is a symbolic poem of three stages of life. Understood? It's very easy to understand. The poetess used lots of imagery. The rhyme scheme of the poem is beautiful. The first stanza's rhyme scheme is AABB, second stanza CCDD, third stanza EEFF. How? Look here. First stanza, day, gay. So this is rhyme with this, day, gay. So we have given A. Then wild child. So the another one is B, alphabet B. Night bright, CC. Green queen, DD. Still chill, EE. Cloud shroud, FF. And we have seen many figures of speeches, imagery and rhyming scheme and questions are used by the poet to make conversational tone, and it is the celebration of Indian weavers. Understood? Okay.